Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is noun phrase 188. The noun phrase today is a feather in one's cap. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. If someone says that something is a feather in one's cap, especially these days, it means that something is an honor or a great achievement to be proud of. So, yeah, you could always say, well, this is something that you accomplished, and this is one of your great accomplishments. It's a feather in your cap. Okay, let's continue. Putting a feather in one's cap seems to have been an honor or achievement in different countries throughout history. So this is kind of the origin of where it came from. You know, this is not just one particular incident, but there's been a number of places and times where a feather in your cap was supposed to mean or represent an accomplishment or a great accomplishment. In some countries, soldiers that killed an enemy would sometimes wear a feather in their cap. Many Native American Indian chiefs would wear a headdress to honor an act of bravery. Yeah, if you ever seen the old cowboy movies, and sometimes one of these chiefs, they had a real big hat sometimes. They could have like 50 feathers in it. And I guess each feather was supposed to be an act of bravery that they could be proud of. So they always did seem to be very proud of that headdress that they would wear. Okay, let's continue. The phrase can also be found in an old children's nursery rhyme. And the nursery rhyme, probably most Americans know this, but I don't know if they really know what it means. Until I check this out, I think about it in a different way. They say, okay, of course, this is the phrase. Let's say it first. Let's say the nursery rhyme. Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony. He stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. Okay, actually, it was in a lot of old movies. I think with James Cagney, I remember he was singing it. You know, Yankee Doodle went to town, riding on a pony, stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. That's the way you always heard it before. Okay, anyway, let's review this now. They say the lyrics may have originated with the British forces in the American War of Independence. So that's how far back this actually may go. They were originally meant to mock means make fun of, the revolutionary militia. Okay. The word doodle was an old slang for a simpleton. You know, somebody that's not that smart, somebody who is maybe slightly mentally challenged, you know, not swift at all. A simpleton. And macaroni was a slang that implied someone was a dandy. So, yeah, this macaroni is not about, you know, Italian pasta. My whole life was, oh, feather? Macaroni? Is a feather? Stuck a feather in his hat and called it macaroni? Why would a feather be macaroni? All right, well, now you know this macaroni is not Italian pasta. So it was supposed to be somebody who was a dandy. All right, now what's a dandy? A dandy was an old term for a man who cared a lot about his appearance and always wore fashionable clothing. So that was a dandy. So that's what the dandy is supposed to mean in the nursery rhyme. Okay, good. The idea behind the lyrics was the Yankees, or the British colonists, were so foolish that they believed that if they stuck a feather in their cap, they believed that they were stylish just by simply sticking the feather in there, even without the great accomplishment or something like that. So it was originally made to make fun of the British colonists that were, you know, the original Americans. Okay, so if you look at it again, yeah, Yankee Doodle went to town riding on a pony. He stuck a feather in his cap and called it macaroni. Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, you know, it shouldn't really be macaroni with pasta anyway, because I don't think the U.S. really had pasta at that time during the Revolutionary War. Okay, anyway, let's continue. We got two examples here. Okay, they say, this accomplishment is another feather in his cap. That might be one way we would use it. Or we could say, if he is able to pull off this peace deal, it will be a feather in his cap, like some great accomplishment that you could always be proud of. Something like that. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it was clear. I hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.